I'm saying? When Abraham and Sarah, when they checked her, she was like, whoa, whoa, no, 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 no. She had fear, you know what I'm saying? Him, he just Gabriel checked him, man. You know? How dare you say that to me? Okay, now we're gonna go to some judgments of this. Ezekiel 26. Ezekiel chapter 26. Touch on this a little bit. Ezekiel chapter 26. Matter of fact, let's go to 9. I'll skip 26. 9 covers it. For these people who got a problem with holiness, the holier than thou. Yes, I am better than the wicked. Yep. I am better than the wicked, man. And I pray God I stay better than the wicked so I can get up out of here with this long, unfortunate layover in the aspect of hell.
It says, without holiness you should not see the kingdom of God. Without holiness.
So that holier than thou, that riding on the white horse, that goody two shoes, these are the bywords of holiness. You think you better than I am better than the wicked, and I hope to stay better than the wicked. I don't want to be equal to the wicked. That's you. If you comfortable in wickedness, that's your free will. I got my free will. I'm going in this direction with it. I'm walking with God. You can follow the devil. You can follow Martin Luther King. You can follow Reverend Jesse Jackson. You can go follow Muhammad. You can follow whoever you want to go follow. Me, I'm following Yahweh Yahushua Mashiach, and that's that. I'm not following Pastor Pochop. I'm not following nobody but Yahweh Yahushua Mashiach. I'm not following the twice anointed female pastor. I'm not following her. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to follow her, you have free will to do that at your own hurt. But these are the things that, and these are the things that are going to come upon them that play with pureness. It's all fun and games, you know what I'm saying? Because, if y'all send somebody like me, if y'all will pour 144, I'm just coming to slaughter you, man. Like, if you hear that time, it's a rap. We not friends. We ain't family. You missed that boat. My family got on that train. The scriptures say, them that love me, do the will of my Father. Them my brothers and my sisters. The people who are going to hell, they're not my brothers and my sisters. Those are the family members of the devil. And we ain't on the same page. I don't hope to see the Satan at the family reunion. I hope to see God, Yahushua Mashiach, you know what I'm saying? Gabriel. What up, Gabriel? Hey, man, you and Zachariah cool now? You know what I'm saying? That's my family, and I hope to stay in the family. I hope when y'all see me, he recognize me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm reading this because this ain't no joke about holiness and purity. Don't subjectify Yah holiness to your standard. He crieth also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which layeth towards the north, and every man a slaughtering weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side, and they went in and stood before the brazen altar, and the glory of Yah of Israel was gone from the cherub whereupon he was to the threshold of the house, and he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side, and Elohim said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of thereof. Just like we was reading this Wisdom of Solomon, it's talking about his ways are contrary to us. He's always telling us it's not right what we're doing. What is Yah doing to these people? He's rewarding them with what? Safety. You're good. If you ain't got this mark, you're in trouble. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite him. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. The train of family, my family went on that train. Everybody who stayed here, God say don't pity. Because why? You had your opportunity. You had your choice. You were invited to the family reunion. He just told you to get yourself together and you can come. You say, I don't want to come. That's fine. You're no more part of the family. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient man which were before the house. You see right here, Yah's not playing with this purity thing. We have two people right here. One group of people that uphold purity and one group of people who didn't uphold purity. When they seen iniquity, they just maybe a little rebuke here and there, but the devil was easily tell them, oh, don't think, we ain't trying to get that today, please, not today. That's sometimes, that's all the devil got to take, please, not today, please. That's it. That's it. Not today. You're doing evil and that is wrong. And I'm thinking about your soul, and you should be thinking about your soul. I was talking to somebody the other day, about a week or two ago, and I said, do you want to see Christ? No. Well, stop sinning. You know what's going to happen if you see him. Why are you continuously seeing? I don't like how you're talking. No, you don't like the fear that's coming upon your soul right now, because you know if you die right now, what's going to happen to you? Person says, oh yeah, I believe in miracles. Yeah, God gave me a miracle. He saved my life. And all. Yeah, he did all that, but you still want to stay in your sin though. You understand it, and you don't want to talk about him. You don't want to be reminded about him. Because Satan wants you to stay in that mindset. You know, the scriptures say the beginning of wisdom is to fear Yah. That's good that you're afraid. That's your soul saying, stop what you're doing. Stop it now. We're going to die.
Can you hear me?
Hey! Listen! Let me out of here. No.
Come on, Flesh.
Your soul is crying out. You know?
Killing me.
That's right. So this is nothing to play with right here. And then the last one is going to be Jeremiah 51, 1 to 3. Jeremiah 51, 1 to 3, 19 to 24. Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51. Because again, you know, y'all send somebody like me. I mean, once that door is everybody going down. Okay. Hey man, it's a wrap. You ain't family. Wickedness gonna leave this planet, this realm. And if you get caught on the wickedness train, hey man, I'm not sorry. The scripture say don't pity you. You leaving this plane. You leaving. You know? Whether you die of a heart attack or you die with your axe to your head, you leaving. You know? And when Yah told David to go here, kill all of them, David said, yes sir. Evil is leaving this planet. Just like Satan left the kingdom, Yah not tolerating it. You either get it right or you're going to pay the price. All right, 51, chapter 51, 1 to 3. Thus said Yah, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and will send unto Babylon banners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bindeth, let the archers, bend it, let the archers bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his bread, what is 13? Armor. It's armor or something. And spare ye not her man. Destroy ye utterly all her hosts. 19 to 24. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Elohim of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapon of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy the kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and women, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid, the virgin. I will also break in pieces thee, the shepherd, and his flock. All you lying pastors and overseers telling, oh man, you ain't got to be holier than that. You ain't got to be legalistic. You ain't got to do none of this stuff. That's all of the devil. You gonna die. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers, and I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil. You ain't got to be holy, you ain't got to be pure, this doctrine of the devil, that they have done in Zion in your sight, said Yah. So, that's the lesson about, you can't justify purity. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Either you're going to do it or you're going to play with it, and then, you're going to miss this boat, and then you're going to possibly miss the tribulation boat, and then, y'all, if y'all will, I come back, everything that's left is going to die. I'm being straight up. The scripture right here, scripture say, pity not old or young, maid nor young. If you miss the first wise virgin boat, and then you miss the foolish wise virgin boat, which is the tribulation, everything left is dead. You done. There ain't no older. Y'all look at Yahushua on his white horse, Mr. Holier than Thou. He's coming to kill you. That's a fact. So that was the lesson. I hope y'all take that in deep consideration. Being pure, purity is nothing to play with. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Wow. Whew. Never heard a purity lesson like that. Now, praise Yah. All right, TV land. I appreciate the message for today. Holiness, purity. Without purity, he's saying without see Yah, without holiness, without see Yah, without see the kingdom of Yahuwah. So, man, I'm thankful for this, and how the message went forth. And like I said, good lesson today. I'm not going to speak even more on it. If you want to listen to it again, it will be back on YouTube. Get a chance to go back on there. Or go on Bethel's timeline page and get a chance to hear the sermon again. That's something that you want to at least put in your library, so you definitely keep yourself in tune. That's something that you want to carry every day. Pureness, you got to have it every day. Just like I said, like how you said Yeshua, when he walked the earth, he did not sin. He was pure. Same with the apostles. Same with the prophets, and same with Musa, Abraham. It's kind of like how you said Joseph. Joseph didn't subject himself like that. I liked how you said that. Even with Potiphar's wife, he could not sin. And I liked how you said it too, man. That was awesome. If you would have did it, man, Potiphar would look at you and say you did do it, even though I knew she was a slut. Mm-hmm. So how can you know what I'm saying?
You get blamed because you knew better.
You knew it, because his fields were increased, and Potiphar knew that he was a man of Yah. There was something different. Then he backed down, and Joseph would have failed that test. You know what I'm saying? You knew. But I liked it because he said, I knew my wife was a slut. But you had a chance to say yes or no. And you choose to sleep with her. But even though Joseph did not sleep with her, because Yo wanted to stay pure before Yahuwah, which was awesome. That's which he brought the family, by him saying pure, brought the family to, like y'all said, with his prophecy with Abraham, that he would come to Egypt for 400 years, you know what I'm saying, and from there come out of there, you know, come out of it as a nation. Came with like with 70, came out with at least 600,000 to a million people as a nation because of purity, and again, purity. And I love, sir, you just went off, man. I already knew how you said it, like you said, how y'all did not correct Gabriel.
Yeah, my favorite
for corrected. I like that. I think you like on that one. You think, when's the last time you said, look at the different books. I read all the books, and I have not seen y'all chastise Gabriel, Melachie. Y'all don't chastise Melachie. Every time you chastise Melachie, he's kicking you out of heaven. That's the only way he's going to chastise you, if you don't do the work of Yah. Like Satan. Satan got chastised. How Satan get chastised? He got kicked out because he was not pure. Y'all can say, y'all said, I found sin in you. Same with us. If we got sin in us, y'all would not have us. He gave us Yeshua HaMashiach for the blood atonement to cleanse us. But he says, how can we continue to sin when we make grace abound? Yah forbid. So, again, sir, good study. I'm glad you got a chance to study that, to present it to us today on Shabbat service like that. That's good, because out there in the world, they're not hearing this, sir. They're not hearing it. We preach this. I always continue preaching this. That's something with Elder King, you know, was taught this too, about holiness, about purity. When you come on this side, then all that old stuff, like you said, the crack, the cocaine, the slutting, you know, obesity, all that stuff, man, got to go. The pork chops, all that stuff. Even though you like all that stuff, but who you love? You love Yah or you love your flesh? Your flesh is going to die. Excuse me. Immorality, which one is it? With Yah or with the devil? That's a good one. Hey, I don't think I ain't listening to you Sunday. You got some good points there. And like I said, in the tribulation, that is your last chance. That's the mercy call of Yah. But I ain't trying to see that because I don't like pain. That is your bishop right here. I do not like pain, and I don't like demons. I don't like devils. I fight them right now, the weak ones. But when the Rakadesh is gone and all this, they're going to be the weak devils we fight, man. We're going to be fighting the high principalities, the ones that are rulers of the United States, one of the rulers of the different 50 states, and the rulers of the different cities. We're talking about principalities, y'all done told me. Y'all don't think you know about these principalities. I know. These high ones, they're ruling, they're in ranks. I was military. You got, you know what I'm saying? You got all these rulers and everything, man. You know, so you got it on Yeshua's side, you got it on the devil's side, man. You know, you got ranks and stuff you got to go through. But again, you know, I like how the lesson was taught today. The lesson was talking about purity. But like I said, when you come on this side of Yeshua, it's like I said, you're a child, and you got to learn how to walk with Yah, how to live with Yah, and you got to live in Yah's house. In Yah's house, and Yahuwah's children are clean. They're not filthy, they're not dirty. And like you talk about, man, I can't stand filthiness. That's right. You have to walk, man. You know what I'm saying? Wickedness and dirty and evil. You think, oh, you got that right, man. Wickedness, man. I hate it. You know? I ain't better than you, but I'm better than the wickedness. I'm better than the sin, the filth, and all that, because I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? When I came to Yeshua's way, Yah's way, all that stuff is way. I used to do all that stuff. I loved all that stuff, but when I found out I was wrong, and I repented and got baptized in Yeshua's name, got cleansed and washed by the blood of Yeshua, man, that stuff, old man's dead. So we got to keep the old man dead. Mark? All right. Again, salutations to all my pastors in Grundy, and Brother Boer and Grundy, and all my pastors, Bishop in India. I said salutations to you. I'll be there in a couple of days, pastors in Burundis, and all the pastors and Brother Boer. I'm coming, so you look out. Yahuwah gave me my messages to speak, and it's time to baptize. I'm baptized in 5. I'm probably baptized the whole churches. I'm going to be talking to Pastor Desiree. There's 3 churches. I'm going to try and get them all. You know, and it's time. This is my second trip, so it's time for business. You know, my first trip I was visiting, I'm learning, you know, but this is a second trip, so it's time to get down to business in Yeshua's name. All right, speak blessings. Anybody sound of my voice heard the message today? The message this evening with Minister Favor that spoke, and you know, you're not clean, you want to be pure, you want to be cleansed, man, give me a call. You got to be baptized in Yahushua's name for remission of sins. There's no other way. You must be born again of the water and the Spirit. If you're not born again, so you should not even see the kingdom of Yah. So again, the kingdom of Yah is dealing with the new millennium. That's the new kingdom that he's coming. He's going to rule for eternity. You know, that's the kingdom we're talking about. You got to get ready. Now, if you're a Yisrael, you still got to get washed. Yes, you got the covenant, and you are blessed in the land. Let's get your soul washed, you know, because, like it said, 70 AD, the temple was destroyed. The veil was rent, you know what I'm saying? And there's no more sacrifice until they built, again, the next tabernacle, man, the next temple. And that's during the tribulation time, man. Peace. Now, I'm like trying not to be around that time, but just when you want to go, man, and get the red heifer and get the blood sprinkled on you, man, to be cleansed on Yom Kippur, man, you go right ahead. I want Yeshua's blood. That's all I want. Yeshua's blood, and I'm out of here. Now I come back with him with the white horse, you know, chilling out, you know. And then, like I said, be kings and priests. And I'm most likely be a priest because I'm a priest now. But if you do want to be a king and give my land and stuff to the rulers and stuff, I'm doing it. All right. May y'all bless thee, keep thee. May y'all make his face shine upon and be gracious to thee. May y'all live this conference upon and give you peace in Yeshua's name. May y'all make you ride on the high place of the earth and feature here to your code, but here to Yosakol with the heritage of Abraham, for the mouth of Yah has spoken it, for the mouth of Yah has spoken it, for the mouth of Yah has spoken in Yeshua's name, in Yeshua's name, in Yeshua's name. Amen, amen. Hallelujah. 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 Man, Minister Favor.